Why the long face?
It's gonna get longer.
I'm looking at you, Stephen A.
Bro, you crazy, bro.
This is such a waste of time. It really, really is. Ladies and
ain't.
gentlemen.
And isn't.
It's not.
Yes,
though.
it is. Don't get me started.
And
I'm gonna start
isn't.
imitating you. I'm gonna start imitating you, Shannon. It's the truth, Shannon. Listen, y'all. You're talking about a dude that played about 483 more games. Okay? He has played 7 more years than Michael Jordan. We want to talk about 30 points, all right? Like the 30-point record. How about this 30-point record, Swagu? Did you know that Michael Jordan averaged 30 in his career?
Yep, I did.
Did you know that Michael Jordan went 7 straight years averaging over 30? Did you know that? I mean, it's just unbelievable to me. Listen, and then I bring this stuff up, and I'm hating. Once again, I have LeBron James, and this is what bothers me about your GOAT, Shannon, and your GOAT, Swagu. See, this is what gets on my nerves about it. And that's why you got people thinking I'm a hater when it comes to him, because I'm not. I just get irritated by certain things. For example, him talking to the reporters yesterday. Oh, you know, such an honor, and I wore 23 because of him. This the same dude. Don't let me drop some knowledge about what LeBron James has insisted upon in business and beyond to make sure he wasn't associated with Michael Jordan, like those damn Space Jam movies. Don't get me started. I mean, y'all just start something with me now, because he wants to sit up there because, oh my goodness, somebody else. It can't be somebody else. That damn Rich Paul, who I love my brother. But here's what Rich Paul does. You know what? Y'all act like it's an insult for LeBron James to be considered the second greatest player of all time. Rich Paul. It is an insult.
When he's won, it is an insult.
I'll stop it. Y'all, listen, the bottom line is this. He's played 7 more years, damn near 500 more games.
Do we have a researcher for this show?
They know my facts are on the point.
No, Stephen A. I just need I want to see the shot total of MJ compared
That's
to
what I got
LeBron
for
right
Swag. Swag, that's what I'm here for.
Please.
That's what I got you.
Oh, go ahead, Shay.
Should I get him?
Shay, we did not talk about this. Shay, tell America we did not talk about this.
Shannon. Ain't nobody running from you, Shannon. This is television. This ain't the football field or the weight room.
Hey, Swag, you remember Nutty Professor when Reggie was on stage and they say he asked, should I get Professor Clump? Should I get him? Get him. Should I get him?
Let's go.
Get him, Shay.
You want to do that?
Here's the thing. MJ, in his career, took 24,537 shots. He had 32,292 points. LeBron James, when he took his 24,537 shot, he had 33,920 points, which is 1,628 points more than what Michael Jordan had. That's a whole season. If somebody averages 25 points a game and they play 75 games.
Hold on.
That's
So we're debating now amount of shots versus amount of games?
No, wait a second. Stephen A. is saying.
Hold on, Molly.
Stephen A. is saying.
Of course, Molly.
Stephen A. Hold on. Stephen A. is saying that he played 452 more. It was 486
But I'm
total,
saying,
but
Molly, when
452
you
more.
look
But
at
you're
the
saying
shot,
because
Molly,
he took more shots. I want to make sure I get this correct.
Let me ask you, Molly, the person that throws the ball more should have more passing yards. Wouldn't you assume the guy that has more rush carriage on average is going to have more rush yards?
Shay, let me handle it, Shay, since I'm in New York. I'm going to handle it. Since I'm in New York, Shay, let me handle it, and you handle Stephen A. And you handle Stephen A.
Go ahead.
No, it's the way you asked it. It's the way you asked it. You asked it like you were on Stephen A's side, and me and Shay just wants to humbly express that I need to know how many of those shots we're taking beyond the 7 years that LeBron has played more than Jordan. Shay just went through it. Same amount of shots, more points. Okay? That's important because can we not argue that if LeBron was as volume of a shooter as Jordan and Kobe was in his career, we wouldn't be having a points conversation. Can we just acknowledge that?
Can I take it to you? Check this out, y'all. Check this out. So if I'm sitting up there, right, and I decide, are you ready for this? I need Swagu and Shannon up there. If I decide that I want to run the football, right, and Molly or Sam Tanucci or somebody, one of our producers, is going to tackle me, right? Ain't it a little bit different if I got to worry about Shannon or Swagu getting their hands on me? You see what I'm saying? You bring it up, Mike, the time you're thinking about the years. You're forgetting the culture. LeBron James, could you imagine if he was playing? But as physical as the game was, and he'd have to go to the free throw line with his 73% shooting self from the free throw line career-wise, the jumper that was suspect for the vast majority of his career. And then we want to talk about scoring. We don't want to bring up the 6 rings. The fact that Jordan played 7 less years and still got 2 more rings. We don't want to bring up a 10-time scoring champion. We don't want to bring up a 9-time first-team All-NBA defensive player. We don't want to bring all of that up. So we just going to stay with scoring. But we're going to ignore the road traveled. We're going to ignore the level of adversity that you got to deal with now compared to what it was then. Didn't we just finish lamenting 3-point shots and how the physicality of the game?
Stephen A., physical then, absolutely, and it's a different game, but isn't everybody bigger, faster, stronger
Players
now?
are more skilled now, though.
Yeah, so it's like...
It's more, time out. It's more skilled, but the game has transitioned so drastically because obviously you wanted to appeal to an audience. You wanted more offense. That the league stepped in and facilitated rule changes that provoked more offense. But we're going to ignore that wasn't the case in the Jordan era. We're going to ignore that.
My guy, Stephen A., see, all you look at is scoring, but my guy, look at the assist, look at the rebound. He was always asked to be complete.
Look at pressure.
He was asked to be. You make it seem like LeBron was a bum. The only man that can guard 1 through 5.
Number 2 is a bum.
Guard 1 through 5.
Stop it. Stop it right there.
5.
That's the problem. The 5. Let me tell you something. How about 6? That's my favorite number, 6-0. Undefeated in championship. But that's exactly what I'm talking about. I got you number 2 all time, and I'm disrespecting you.
See, here's the
number
problem.
2 all time.
Let's Swagu get in here.
Here's always the problem, right? Because me and Shay also, to rebut everything that Stephen A. said, me and Shay could also say at 18 years old, he never had a bad season. LeBron has never had a bad basketball season since he entered the NBA at 18 years old. So how much credit are we going to give to that? Because a lot of these guys didn't even play that much when they first entered the league. I'm not arguing with you about number 2.
Was living in a dorm.
I'm not arguing with you about...
Your guy was living in a dorm, calling his mom for stamps at 18. Your guy was living in a dorm, calling his mom for stamps and getting his laundry done at 19.
You just got to ignore that.
How can we have a greatness conversation?
Yeah.
How can we have a greatness conversation and eliminate?
We're all talking over each other. One at a time. Marcus.
Here's the thing. Stephen A. laid out Jordan's what he's done.
Absolutely.
And nobody argues that Jordan is not the greatest or the greatest, right? If you're on Jordan's side.
Okay.
But every time we have this conversation, we lay out his accolades to disband LeBron accolades for some reason. And I'm like, LeBron got in the NBA and has done something no one has ever done. And we want to take, well, he's been there 20 years, so why wouldn't we? Well, playing 20 years ain't a part of greatness. That's not a part of the conversation. When you were 18 and you entered the NBA at a franchise that nobody watched.
You're saying
but
we're
you hurt
holding it
yourself.
against him.
I'm just saying,
You're hurting yourself. Who said LeBron wasn't great? Who is that person?
Nobody.
Who is that person?
No
right
one.
there.
It's never been said.
Put EST on it, Stephen A. We're asking you to put EST on it because when your guy was, Swagu, when your guy, Stephen A. When your guy was 20, he was living in a dorm driving a moped. My guy was hitting jumpers against Sacramento and Boston.
Time out.
Why you bumping up?
That's it. The same around the same amount of time, Charles Barkley didn't even make the Olympic team because Bob Knight did water. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that was going on in the 80s that ain't going on 40 years later. You can't do that.
Shannon,
you can't do
that.
Hey, when my guy was 20, when your guy was 20, he was getting knocked out in the Sweet 16. My guy was going to the hole against the Lakers. My guy was going into the hole.
You mean hold on. You mean after he won a national championship against Hoya Paranoia with Patrick Ewing and the crew? You mean after
Who was
he
the
won a
most
national
outstanding
championship?
player? Who was the most outstanding player?
Oh, my God.
Who was the most outstanding player?
And what did even the great Dick Vitale said it? The great Dick Vitale said it. PTP, baby. What he said was, like Michael Jordan said, the only person that could stop that brother was Dean Smith.
All right. This party's over. Now
Who
we're
was the
debating
most
college.
outstanding player?
It's over.
Who was ACC Player of the Year?
Okay,
I'm
all
just
right,
trying to
guys.
figure out-
I love that we know everybody's stats.
I'm just trying to figure out what we think would have happened
Where
if
he ended
LeBron
up.
would have went to college. What do we think would have happened?
I don't know. We'll
Well, we know what did happen when Jordan was there.
Oh my gosh.
What?
Guys,
Blasphemy.
let's
Got
pin it.
swept in the squeeze,
We
got
have
beat
this
in the
debate
Sweet
for the rest
16.
of our
At
lives.
18 years old, he went to the Cleveland Cavaliers,
Yeah.
and we here at year 21,
Yeah.
and he ain't never let
aware
up.
of it.
franchise
Longevity,
on his
consistency,
mind.
I forgive
resiliency.
you, Swagu.
Wanna try to boast at what I look like. Keep them going, try to wear, I pull up long range. Jimmy with the heat, I'm on fire. It's 88 over here,